What's up, degenerates? I'm Norman, the crypto rapper, and today we're gonna see why CBDCs are a problem for you, for me, for everyone's security and health and wealth and everything. So let's dive right into it. You should buy Bitcoin, first of all, not financial advice, just friendly advice. I'm just a rapper. You already know. What is a CBDC? Central bank digital currency. Issued by a country's central bank, similar to cryptocurrencies, except that the value is fixed by the central bank and equivalent to the country's fiat currency. Meaning, if you have the dollar, there's a digital dollar. If you have a Swiss franc, like me, there's gonna be a digital Swiss franc. Everybody could think, oh my god, this is so easy. I don't have to carry cash anymore. It's just like cards, right? Just like bank accounts with the digital money. But no, there's a difference because it's gonna be on a blockchain, meaning that everything is traceable. And we're gonna see the risks right now and why we, the people, should always go against this. First of all, what is decentralization? I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't give a fuck. It is the transfer of control of an activity or organization to several local offices or authorities rather than one single one, meaning that the power is not controlled by one person or one entity but by multiple ones. And that is the concept of our beloved Bitcoin. It is decentralized because all the coins were launched publicly. I mean, maybe Satoshi has 1 million Bitcoin, we don't know. But decentralization. Now, the next risk with CBDCs. Why do CBDCs violate privacy? Because the governments have the ability to keep an eye on business. So, motherfuckers are gonna have an eye on every fucking move that you do. When you go to the shop, or you go buy groceries, or buy drugs, or I don't know, whatever you do with your cash, if you do with cash, nobody's gonna know. And it's a form of privacy. You can use it for doing well, or you can use it for doing bad stuff. It's your choice. You're free to do it. If you do bad stuff, of course, there's gonna be consequences because if it's illegal, it's illegal. But there's still a little bit of freedom in that. With the CBDCs, you can't do none of that stuff. Let's say, even if you want to give money to someone as a donation, you won't be able to do it without a justification, without justifying that. You just won't be able to do anything without justifying it. So cash is non-existent at this point. Like all the privacy and the freedom you had with cash, non-existent. Which violates people's financial privacy. Now, next risk. Risk of cyber attacks on CBDCs. CBDCs are, let's put it this way, they are made and gonna be made by governments. Governments are usually formed by old ass people. Big companies, serious companies, can still be hacked. So if you put all of a country's wealth and fiat currency on a blockchain or in something, there is more risks for it to get hacked. So the country can literally collapse with one big hacking attack, which is not what you can see with cash, for example. Because if UBS, in my case in Switzerland, or the Fed gets hacked, your cash won't disappear. So I don't even have to argument that. Like, I don't even have to explain this. Next problem with CBDCs. Are CBDCs only for banks? Yes. They're created by central banks and available to the public, of course. So it's not decentralized. It's governed by one entity, which is what we go against. That is why, once again, Bitcoin is the solution, because it is not controlled by a group of old motherfuckers who want your money. Next thing, let's see this fat ass dude here. He says, we don't know who's using a bill and another bill. The difference with the CBDC is that the central bank will have absolute control on the rules. That is the problem, people. That is the problem. Why? Because let's say if in 10 years, for example, I'm giving an example. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. In 15 years, you say the N word or the F word, or you don't use people's pronouns correctly, and at that point it's illegal. The central bank can be like the bank, local bank, because the central bank doesn't even know you exist, can do, oh shit, all your money is frozen, all your money is gone because you're doing illegal activities, or you're doing this, you're doing that. Meaning that you can violate the law and all your money will be gone. Of course, I'm not encouraging people to violate the law, but if the world takes a little weird turn, it's better for cash to be existent still. Because if we live in a fucking digital communism era and all your money is in the bank's hand, what the fuck you gonna do, huh? So that is the problem. Plus all the monetary policy that we have to see, because let's say there's a crisis and the government needs money. Boom, negative interest rate on your bank account, so inflation eats up even more of your money. They can do it in a few clicks, basically. They can valuate or devaluate everybody's money in a few clicks, which is the problem of centralization. And for last example, I'm going to give the example of China, with the key problem is that they announced, as you can see, that it's testing a expiration date on digital yuan, meaning that what they want to apply is that, let's say you receive your salary, you have $1,000, let's say. Your $1,000 cannot stay in your bank account forever. It could have 1 year, 2 year, 5 years expiration date, meaning that they force the circulation of money, which in a macroeconomical level of thinking would be good, because if everybody keeps their money and nobody spends it, the economy doesn't go around. But it's a scam. It's a scam because nobody can save at that point. And what happens if nobody can save? Everybody that is already a slave to the system, meaning going to a 9 to 5, they're forced to do because they don't, let's say you don't have any experience, any studies, any nothing, and you're forced to do something to survive. You cannot even save your money because they chose to. You still have, like, you can't save it, and you still have to go to work, and you have to spend it. So you're even more trapped in this cycle, in this rat race, and it's a big problem. It's a really big problem because this deepens the difference between the rich and the poor, but the rich and the middle class. So of course the rich get richer, and but the poor shouldn't get poorer. That's the problem. Because of course, if you have $1,000 portfolio, you're gonna get richer with crypto. But if I have $1 million portfolio, I'm gonna get richer because I'm rich. I gotta get richer because I can invest more. That's logic to me, at least. But this shit right here, like if someone puts an expiry date on CBDCs, first of all, CBDCs in general, as you saw in this video, is bullshit. But if you put an expiry date, my guys, my degenerates, it's the end. It's the end. So we have to fight. We have to fight for real to avoid this bullshit, because everybody who's on top is already on top. I know it sounds stupid, but they're good there. Like the elite club is already fine where they are right now. Like they don't need any new entries. They're good. So yeah, that's why in conclusion, one more time, we have to believe in this cryptocurrency world, because it's the solution to freedom and it works. Otherwise, BlackRock, ARK Invest, and Fidelity and all these big players wouldn't dip their toes into it. So yeah, stay safe, guys. Fight against CBDCs, and see you next time.